welcome to my YouTube channel, Data Analysis Made Simple. Myself, Jay Krishna, I have around 6 years of IT experience as a data analyst. So here, the channel is mainly to focus on the absolute beginners who are interested to learn about the database, SSIS, ETL technologies, and also let's directly get into the topic. So here I'm going to create my first SSIS package, which will be very useful for the absolute beginners. This is for the ultimate beginners who are very much interested to learn SSIS. So SSIS is nothing but it is extraction, transformation, and loading tool actually. So with this SSIS, what we can do is we can able to extract the data from the source and we can export it into the destination. Let me create a basic package. So for that, what we have to do is we have to download SQL Server data tools. So if you guys are really interested to download it and all, so please let me know in the comment section so that I can upload the next video based on the installation process. So guys, let us directly jump in and create our first SSIS package. So I'll just tell the outline how the package is going to be. For this project, what we are going to do is we are going to extract the data from customer and we are going to import it into a SQL Server destination. That is going to be our first SSIS package. So for that, let us open the Visual Studio to create the package, new project. We have to specify the location here. For that, let us go on to this. Here's where I used to create my every SSIS package. So my first package, I have already created the folder. So let me select this folder and let us keep a good name here. My first package. So when we create this first package, it will be created using the solution explorer. Here we can see, we can track everything, whatever we do, we can see it in here, the solution explorer. It will have every details. This is a package name. Rightly we have package.ttsx. So we can rename it to anything based on our preference. I'll rename it as basic load. So we are going to load the basic CSV file into the SQL Server destination. So this is going to be the basic load. But before getting into our first project, let us know about the control flow and the data flow. We do have parameters, event handlers, and package explorer. We can learn that in the future classes. The basic thing we have to know about is the functionality of the control flow and the data flow. The main process. I mean, like the control flow is nothing but it is a part of our integration services package where we can handle the flow of operations or task. For example, this is one of the tasks. It's just for example. Okay. Bulk insert task, execute package task. I'm just telling you the example. File system task, everything. But when we take the data flow task, what it will happen is when we double click the data flow task, it will take us into the some other menu where we can see the entire thing in the left side is changed. For example, we have the destination assistant, source assistant, everything in the left hand side. We do have the transformation columns also, like lookup, merge join, multicast, everything. So the data flow is nothing but it will handle the flow of data from the source to destination. But the control flow is nothing but it will have the overall view of the task actually. See, when you can see, it will have the overall view. But when we get into the data flow, we can only have the source and destination. For example, let us have any source like SQL source, or the destination source will be like anything. We have to specify it based on it, which we'll see in upcoming video. So this is the basic actually between the control flow and the data flow. Now let's get on with our package. So our main task is to extract the data from this customer file and then feed that data into a SQL Server destination. That is going to be our primary job. So what we are going to do is, as I told you, whenever we are going to work for source or destination, we are going to deal it with the data flow task. So we have to specify the data flow task. So double click on the data flow task for that. So I'll explain you one more time. You have to click it and drag it here and double click on data flow task. As I told you, here there are many transformations, many sources and all. Here you can see we are going to fetch the data from the CSV file. So it is going to be the flat file source. We have to specify it. So we have to, after let me come back again and explain you step by step. So this is the flat file source. When we double click on it, we will have connection managers, column and error output. So we have to specify the new connection, flat file connection manager. For that, click on the new button. And here we have to select the path using the browse button. But before that, the connection manager name can be as per your wish. But in default, it will be the flat file connection manager. You can also name it according to your wish actually. So click on the browse button. Here, this is the part where we have our customer CSV file. So this is only text file is highlighted. So we have to check it into CSV file. We have the customer CSV file here. Select it. After selecting this, click on the columns. We'll have the number of columns and the data which are in the CSV file. It will be displayed here. So in some cases, if you see the data here, for example, if it is England, India and Australia, so the data length of the data is not more than 50. So we don't need to change anything here, the output column here. So if it exceeds more than 50, what we have to do is we have to change the data length of the column. For example, if it is a bigger characters, we can select it and we can able to like, change it to 255, something like that, based on your wish. For that we can select everything and we can name maybe 100. This is just for example I'm telling you, not mandatory. If at all you need that, you can do this process and click on OK. Now we have specified our file connection manager. Here you can see the columns. We have the 4 columns which are mapped exactly. So click on OK. Now we have to specify our destination, which is going to be a SQL Server destination. For that, normally for SQL Server destination, we'll be using the OLEDB destination. Click it and drag it here. After dragging it, click this arrow and point it out here exactly. After pointing it out, double click on the OLEDB destination. Here, we have to specify a server name along with a database name. So here a server name is, this is a server name actually. So if you want to get your server name, click on connect and database engine. Here you have the server name, just copy it. So we have to specify a new connection, OLEDB connection manager. So click on new button. So we already we have the connection, but I'm just showing it for you for the first time. So I'm creating it newly. So one small tip is don't ever try to click this arrow, because if you click it, it will take a long time to refresh actually. So you can copy and paste the server name here. After pasting the server name, here you have to select your database name. So we have the multiple database. We are going to create a table in the JR database. So select it and click on OK. Now we have specified our destination manager actually. So click on OK. Okay. Now here is the main important thing. Now let us select the table actually. Select star from customer. This is going to be a table name. So when we select this, there should not be any data, because there is no such table in that name actually. So we don't have any data. So we are going to load the data from the CSV file into this table, customer table. That is going to be our primary task. So now we are going to specify the table. Here we don't have the table structure. We don't have the table itself in our database. So there is one simple tip. Click on the new button. After clicking the new button, the SSIS will automatically have the syntax for create table here. So this is one of the great thing in SSIS. So we can specify our table name. Our table name is customer. We have the data types here. As of now, we don't need to worry anything about these data types. So the table will be created in the runtime, and the data will be loaded into the table simultaneously. Click on the mappings. We'll have the exact mappings here: serial number, name, company, and place. So click on OK. Now our package is completely ready. Now when we execute the package by clicking on the start button, the data from the flat file source will be loaded into the destination SQL Server table. So let us do that. Click on start button. The package is running actually. And we have got the tick mark here. The green tick indicates that the data flow is completed. So let us go on to our SQL Server and check this out. When we execute this, we can see the data which is now imported into our SQL Server table. That's it for this tutorial, friends. Let me come back with another video in future. Thanks all.